Welcome back everybody, Mike here. Today I'm going to do a video, kind of like a 3-month review of our new Jeep. It's 3 months old now. It's not the first Jeep that we had, it's the second one. And I'll kind of go over the specs on this one and all the nuts and bolts about this Jeep. But the purpose of the video is anyone out there that may be in the market for a new vehicle and they're considering a Jeep, hopefully this will be a helpful video, because I think there's a lot of things out there that you may or may not be aware of, and I'll try to cover that today. And I ask anybody out there who is a Jeep owner, to comment below what you like most about your Jeep, what you don't like, and anything that I missed in this video, because there's going to be a ton of stuff that I missed. But I'm just going to kind of stick to the basics, and hopefully it'll help someone in making a decision, if they choose to buy a new Wrangler. So I think I mentioned before, this is a 2017 Sahara. It's a 4-door, so it's a JKU. U stands for unlimited. They come with a 3.6 liter, 285 horsepower V6, and they have 260 pound-feet of torque. These 2017s come with standard, the LED headlights, which are awesome. And the running lights, or fog lights, running lights you call them, I guess. They're LED as well. That's one thing Jeeps kind of lacked before. The headlights are always, they weren't that bright. But these LEDs are very nice. I like them a lot. Now ours, all I've done to it so far is installed a JKS 3.5-inch lift, put 35-inch tires on it, new rims, and that's the only modifications I've done so far. There's one other minor. Put these little entry guards in. They're like 30 bucks or something, but they're nice. As you can see, these things sit up pretty high, and if you have short legs like me, when you get in, you're banging this up pretty good. So these entry guards help protect that. Here's the back. There's quite a bit of room back here, and both back seats fold down. I'll show you how that works. The headrest just kind of folds up, and you can do the same with the other seats. I mean, there's quite a bit of room back there. We got the all-weather mats. Here's a shot of the interior. We got the two-tone black and dark saddle interior colors. I like it, especially with the exterior colors, the Gobi. But the Sahara comes pretty well loaded up. This one has heated seats. It's got Bluetooth. I ordered the 6-speed manual with 373 rear axle ratio. That helps considerably with the 35-inch tires, I think. Now the radio in this, I think they call this a 430N, and of course AM/FM satellite. You can load a DVD in here or a CD. You can download music to it. It's got, what's it have? 40 gigabyte hard drive, where you can, download all your music to it. But the navigation, I really like it. And the salesman, he mentioned to me, I almost didn't get it, was the Alpine speakers. There's 9 of the Alpine speakers in this thing. And man, it sounds fantastic. That was a kind of a pricey option. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that, but I'm actually really glad I did. So here's the sticker. Ugh, they're expensive. Base price on this Jeep was $34,245. Exterior color, I call it Gobi. Some people call it Gobby. I don't know what it is, but it's the Gobi clear coat. I got the black dark saddle interior, as I mentioned before, the cloth seats, adjustable head restraints. It's got the 3.6 liter V6, 6-speed manual transmission. They have a 22-gallon fuel tank, and one thing that comes with the 6-speed manual is hill start assist, and what that does is when you push the clutch in, you put in gear, so you're on a hill. When you let that clutch out, the brake will hold for just a few seconds. I'm not sure if I like that. I don't really need it, but if you're not used to driving a manual, it's probably a good thing. Interior features on this: auto dimming mirror with reading lamps, air conditioning, power windows, with one touch down feature, power door locks, remote keyless entry, leather wrapped steering wheel. It's got a 115 volt auxiliary power outlet, which is really handy. And this came with 255/70 R18s on it, and like I said, I put a 3.5-inch lift with 35s, and I didn't get the so the speedometer's off on it now, and they have a I think they call it a healer or something like that, and it'll adjust the shift points and things if you have an automatic. Since this is a manual, I can deal with the speedometer being off. At 55 miles an hour, if your speedometer says you're going 55 in this thing, you're actually doing like 60.05 miles an hour. So it's about 5 miles an hour off. If you're going 70 miles an hour, it'll be about 6 miles an hour off. But the optional equipment on this, I got the body color roof. That's kind of pricey. The connectivity group, all-weather slush mats, the 373 rear axle ratio, heated front seats, what else? Oh, and the Alpine speaker system, and the radio 430N with GPS. So total price of this was $41,455. If you were to get one at an automatic, it'd probably be another $1,200, something like that. Now, a few things, that you may be a little surprised about when you open the door in a Jeep. It's not going to stay open. The reason is the doors come off. There's like a locking bolt right here. Take that off. The doors come right off the hinges. And there's one cable to unplug down here. Unhook that strap off of there. You can take the doors off. So if you find this video because you're contemplating buying a new Jeep, there's a few things you need to know. One, they are not the most comfortable vehicle out there, all right, and they don't ride the best. I mean, you ought to be able to tell looking at one. You should already know that. So if you're like a sports car guy or like a luxury car guy, something like that, and you get into a Jeep, you're not going to be thrilled with the ride or the performance. But that's not what a Jeep is for. All right, and a lot of people, they use these things for daily drivers and then trail riding on the weekends or whatever. But they're not a performance vehicle for on the road, and they don't ride that great. But if all you care about is comfort and ride, you could save a pile of money, and buy yourself a 15-year-old Buick LeSabre. I mean, I think we can all agree Buick makes a comfortable car. Personally, for me, I would rather have a Jeep, but that's up to you. Second, like the mileage, gas mileage, everyone always talks about gas mileage, but if you look at the price of any cars today, I mean, a new pickup truck's $50,000. It's crazy. I mean, yes, the mileage is important, but it's not the end of the world. I get about 15.6 miles per gallon out of this. Probably lost maybe 2.5, 3 miles of the gallon when I put the 3.5-inch lift and the 35s on it. So it's not horrible. I mean, our F-150's got the 5-liter V8, 385 horsepower, and it actually gets, on the highway, I can get like 19 out of it. So it's actually better than the Jeep. Now, I can't speak for all Jeep owners, but I hope, now that I mention that, I hope anyone out there that has a Jeep will please comment below about what you think the pros and cons are. I mean, you could go on for hours about the pros and cons of Jeeps, but, comment below on what you like most about yours, and maybe you can add some insight and help for anyone that's looking to buy one. Something that comes standard in all Jeeps is the whole Jeep community thing. It's something. Like, I got my first Jeep, and I'm driving down, just left the dealer. I'm a half mile from the dealer, and some girl's coming the other direction in a Jeep. She waves to me, I wave back. I'm thinking, who the heck was that? Why is she waving to me? And how does she know I'm driving this Jeep? But anyway, then I figured out it's the whole Jeep wave thing, and most people do it. You know, it's just customary when you're driving down the road and you pass a Jeep the other direction, you wave. It's not a specific wave or anything. You can kind of make it your own. I mean, you know, don't be like you're in a parade or something. You know, you'd ruin it for everyone. But it's kind of neat. You know, you got the whole Jeep wave thing, and you know, you pull into a gas station. There can be a guy with a $50,000 Rubicon with, you know, $10,000 worth of accessories on it, and there'd be a kid there with a 20-year-old rusty Jeep, and you're like, hey, nice Jeep, right back at you. You know, it's like it's a thing. What else is nice is you can personalize these things. I went to a Jeep festival about a month ago, something like that, called the Bantam Jeep Festival. They had this Jeep invasion. There was literally 3,000 or 4,000 Jeeps there, and you would be hard-pressed to find 2 identical Jeeps. I mean, there is so much out there, and that's a big thing with Jeeps, is to personalize them. You can make them your own. You know, you can set yours up as like an Overland thing, just keep it stock. You can, I mean, there's a million different things you can do, and it's such a competitive market. There's a lot of real good quality aftermarket parts that are actually pretty reasonable. So, you know, in review, if you're considering a new vehicle, you're kind of an outdoorsy person, or you like little weekend trips, you may want to consider a Jeep. They hold their value very well. They're just a great vehicle. I like it. A lot of people say, oh, I got a Suburban, or I got an F-150. I got an F-150 too. I mean, I like it, but it's not a Jeep. I always end that argument. I say, can you take the doors and the roof off, you know, without torches? The answer is usually no. But anyway, like I was saying, anyone that is a Jeep owner, please comment below. You know, you could talk for hours about Jeeps, but comment below on what you like, and what a new buyer, someone that never owned a Jeep before, can expect. And maybe this video will help people out. And if you know anybody that's considering buying a Jeep, or even looking for any new car or truck, share this video with them. They may want to consider one. But that's it. Thanks for watching.